All right, so I want to talk about something that I have not experienced in what seems to be a very, very long time. And it just happened to me today, literally maybe like a half hour ago is when this happened to me. And so it's that feeling of being just kind of that deer in the headlights feeling. And again, I have not experienced this in a long time. The few times that I can experience this, and I'm talking about professionally, number one was my first job out of college in 2016. Didn't know what I was doing. I remember having a meeting with a parent. I was an admissions counselor in my first job out of college. And I had a meeting with a parent and a student. And I didn't know how to have that meeting one-on-one in my office. I felt like a deer in the headlights and just an idiot, right? And then I got really good at that. Then time goes on, and then I finally get to a point where I actually transitioned from that job, and that's when I entered financial services, which I work in now. Specifically, at that time, I was like general financial planner. I can do all things, which, is fine. And so now I'm a little bit more so specialized in one aspect of someone's financial plan or estate plan, which is life insurance. And so when I entered into trying to specialize in that, I thought I knew a handful of things, but I really didn't know anything. This was about 3 years ago when I transitioned from the first company I was at to the second company that I'm at today, right? And I remember feeling like I don't know anything about money. I was deer in the headlights, and I was just learning so much from my colleagues, and I just felt like I didn't know much. And so now let's fast forward to 30, 45 minutes ago when I'm just advancing my knowledge. And so I remember feeling the same way in that meeting, because what I'm starting to learn is we're working with a little bit more high level clients who are working on high level estate planning to perpetuate family wealth for years and years and years to come. And so I felt that way. He was sharing with me, Dynasty Trust, and, I'm not even going to go down the laundry list of vocabulary that he shared with me. But I remember feeling so dumb almost that I didn't even know what questions to ask. And when he would ask the question, does that make sense? Half the time I would lie and say yes, but the other half I'm like, no, it doesn't. Or it only halfway made sense. Or I was good for the first 8 seconds of what you said, and then the last 30 seconds I'm lost. And so I wanted to share this video, really because these are the times in life that we should really lean in and that we should be incredibly grateful for. We should be grateful for it because if I reflect on 4 years ago, I didn't know how to talk finance at all. I was passionate about wanting to learn and wanting to get to it, but I didn't know anything. And so I've advanced by having that feeling of deer in the headlights, uncomfortable. And now I'm back at that point where, again, I hadn't felt that in a matter of a few years now. And I'm grateful for it. It almost felt embarrassing. It made me feel dumb. It made me feel like I just don't know anything. It made me feel like I'm back at square one. But I'm like, yes, sure. So what? I'm back at square one at a higher level, and I couldn't be more grateful for it. So lean in to situations like that. Be grateful for situations like that, because you know that there's going to be quite a bit of growth on the other side. Lord, help me to not just lean in, but absorb the knowledge that has been presented to me and that I get to work with a higher level colleague who just knows way more and has way more experience under his belt. Help me to be able to absorb that information and relay it in ways that can make sense to a client, so that I can just continue to serve well when I'm doing joint work with people or when I'm doing it by myself or whatever. Even when it comes to the high level individuals who need a little bit more than just a life insurance plan. Thank you for the opportunity. Amen.